In this video, I'm going to offer you some tips and tricks and ways that you can save money when buying replacement brush heads for your electric toothbrush. Now, prices of brush heads can vary quite considerably from one brand to another, from one retailer to another, and from one country to another. For the sake of this video, I'm going to use UK or Great British Pounds pricing just for example, but the tips and tricks I offer here apply globally and they don't apply just to the UK. Now, these tips and bits of advice may not necessarily work in every country or every situation, but hopefully you'll find something of use in this video as a way to save money when it comes to buying replacement brush heads. Now, the first and probably what I would consider the best tip to saving money is buying your brush heads in bulk. Now, I don't mean going and buying several thousand toothbrush heads. What I mean is rather than buying a pack of 2 or 3, maybe go and buy a pack of 4, 6, 8. See what's available for your electric toothbrush and buy as many as seems reasonable. You only need to change your brush head on average every 3 months. So through a typical 1 year period, you're going to need 4 electric toothbrush heads. So if you buy them in packs of 4, that's generally going to work out cheaper than if you buy them as a pack of 2. So the cost per brush head is usually going to go down. You may save on shipping charges as well. But factor in the reality that you're going to probably own an electric toothbrush for 3 to 5 years. Perhaps you could actually buy maybe 10, maybe even as many as 15 electric toothbrush heads, and that will have an impact on the overall price you pay. Perhaps other people in your household use the same brand and you could sort of club together. So, maybe a husband and wife both have an Oral-B toothbrush. You should buy more brush heads if you can to keep that cost down, because generally speaking, the more brush heads you buy, the more cost effective it will become per brush head. That said, there are often some exceptions and particular pack sizes do sell better than others, and you may find, as weird as it may sound, that a pack of 4 could potentially work out cheaper than a pack of 8 just because 4 is more popular and they are priced more competitively. But as a general rule, the more you buy, the cheaper the brush head is going to be. So my second tip is vouchers and promotion. Many retailers, particularly those online, often offer voucher codes and opportunities to save a bit of money when buying. I'm going to use Amazon as an example here. Sometimes within the pricing section, you'll see that all you need to do is simply tick a little box to save £1, £2 or maybe £3 on a pack of brush heads. Sometimes different retailers will put on different promotions, maybe 10% off, maybe over a festive period or a particular season or a sale period, you can save money. So perhaps be a little bit savvy about the time of year and looking for those deals. Do a quick voucher code search or something like that to save yourself a bit of money, because ultimately it can all make quite a bit of difference. Another way to save money is to sign up to subscription options that may exist for electric toothbrushes. Now, more often than not, subscription services are more based on convenience than a price advantage, but there are examples where price advantages do come as a result of being subscribed. Now, often different plans will have different subscription periods, so you can choose what plan you sign up to. So using Amazon as an example again, they have an option to subscribe and save. And during the process of adding it to your basket and going through the checkout, you can quite often select how frequently you want those brush heads to be delivered to you. So you have to bear in mind the time frame that you're going to use them for and how big your pack size is, but you can sort of set it and forget it, and you get a cost convenience because often there's a percentage to be saved, particularly with Amazon, on subscribing to something. They reward you by subscribing because they can then automatically charge and automatically ship it precisely when you want it. So another way to save a bit of money is to shop around. The first store, be that online or in the high street, might not offer the best price on the toothbrush heads that you're looking at. Now, don't spend lots of time shopping around because any price saving may be negated by the amount of time you've spent shopping around. But just do a quick search, probably online is the best. Look for some price comparison tools and see who is offering the best price. But something to remember, if the price seems too good to be true, there's a high likelihood that it is. So be warned if the price is particularly cheap. So the fifth and final tip when it comes to saving money on brush heads is to consider buying third-party or aftermarket brush heads. These are toothbrush heads not made by the original manufacturer of your toothbrush. So for example, if you had an Oral-B toothbrush, you buy brush heads made by another company, not by Oral-B. Now, many of the leading brands of electric toothbrush will suggest that you should not use third-party electric toothbrush heads, and it could potentially invalidate your warranty. Now, I've not seen any reports of this actually being upheld by any of the major brands, but just be aware it usually exists within their terms and conditions. But there are many companies who specialise in offering aftermarket brush heads for the likes of Philips, Sonicare and many other brands of electric toothbrush, and it's possible that you can save quite a bit of money. The design and performance of those brush heads tends to be fairly similar. Now the quality can vary, so if they're particularly cheap, do be a bit wary, but it's perfectly possible to save at least £1 per brush head, if not a little bit more. But you do have to kind of weigh up the pros and cons with going with these third parties. I've certainly tested and used many third-party brush heads which I've found to be very good. Some of the cheapest have been okay, but you can potentially tell where the quality does drop because the price is so low. So you do need to be aware of that, but it's certainly another option to consider. And if you're looking at maybe equipping a family with brush heads, just a few pounds saving can have quite a significant difference when you're multiplying it by the number of users and the number of brush heads that you might be buying. If you've got any of your own tips and tricks, please do leave them in the comments below. In the description to this video, there is a link to an article which goes into a little bit more detail on the ideas that I've mentioned. If you found this video useful, be sure to give it a thumbs up. For more videos like this, click subscribe. But until next time, thanks for watching.